On the night of December 3rd, 1998, 16-year-old Ava Thorne entered Lakemont Mall in Dyer, Indiana at approximately 8:47 p.m. She was meeting her best friend, Jenna. They were Christmas shopping. It was a Thursday. The mall closed at 10 p.m. Lakemont Mall had 47 security cameras covering every entrance, every corridor, every blind spot, every exit, every angle, everything recorded. The official story is simple. Ava Thorne disappeared. Standard missing person case. She likely ran away or left through a service exit or met someone in the parking lot. The case went cold within 6 months. No body, no evidence of foul play, no suspects. Her mother never moved, never changed her phone number, waited for 26 years. That's the story you've heard, if you've heard of this case at all. But here's what the official reports don't include. Ava Thorne never left that building. 300 hours of security footage, 47 cameras, every exit monitored. Not once in 300 hours does Ava Thorne appear leaving the mall. She didn't leave, but she's not inside. 12 separate searches, canine units, thermal imaging, nothing. So where is she? This is case file number 115, the Lakemont incident. Over the next hour, we'll review the evidence that was sealed, the testimony that was suppressed, the witnesses who've stayed silent for 26 years. We'll show you the 911 call that doesn't make sense, the security footage that contradicts itself, the building that doesn't follow the rules of geometry. And we'll play you the recording, found 5 years later, of Ava Thorne's voice, speaking from inside a building she never left. This is not a story about a missing person. This is a story about a building that shouldn't exist, and the girl who's still inside it. To understand what happened to Ava Thorne, you need to understand Lakemont Mall. Built in 1983, designed by architect Leonard Vasca, 2 floors, 112 stores. By 98, it was showing its age, half the storefronts vacant, but it was still the social center of town, where teenagers went on Friday nights, where families did Christmas shopping. Ava Thorne had been going to Lakemont Mall since she was a child. She knew every store, every shortcut. She'd never gotten lost there, not once. 5 years after Ava disappeared, a maintenance worker would find something in the food court lost and found. Something that had been there for years. Something impossible. Something that would prove Ava Thorne never left that building. But that night, December 3rd, 1998, nobody knew what was coming. Jenna Keller was Ava's best friend since 4th grade.
We were at the food court. Ava wanted Orange Julius. I said I'd meet her at the fountain in 5 minutes because I needed to return something at Claire's. She said, "Don't take too long." Those were her last words to me. Don't take too long. When I came back, she wasn't there. I waited. I thought maybe she went to the bathroom, but her backpack was just sitting there by the fountain. She wouldn't leave her backpack. She had her Walkman in there. She never went anywhere without her Walkman.
On December 3rd, they arrived together at 8:47 p.m. Jenna left Ava at 9:43 p.m. Security footage confirms this. Camera 23, food court fountain. Ava sits down, puts her Walkman headphones on, stares at the water. Jenna returns at 9:48 p.m. Ava is gone, but her backpack is still there. For the next hour, security cameras tracked every person leaving the mall. North entrance, south entrance, east service door, west loading dock. Every exit monitored, every person accounted for. Except one. Ava's backpack remained at the fountain, but Ava was nowhere on any camera. Detective Cal Merritt got the case. 17 years on the force, missing persons specialist. He started with the obvious question: when did Ava leave? Ava's last purchase, Hot Topic, 9:37 p.m. A Nirvana poster, paid cash. 6 minutes later, she's at the fountain. Hot Topic closes at 9:45. All food court vendors close at 9:45. But according to Orange Julius employee Nora Shipley, she saw Ava at the fountain at 9:45. And according to the security footage, Ava was still there at 10:15 p.m. Standard protocol: witness interviews, search teams, phone records. After that, nothing. An hour and a half after all the stores had closed, the mall closed at 10 p.m., every exit locked, only security staff remained. Ava Thorne was locked inside. At 10:17 p.m., night security guard Owen Macready made a 911 call. Macready had been on duty since 6 p.m., routine shift, lockup procedures at 10 p.m., final walkthrough of the building. But something was wrong.
911, what's your emergency?
This is Owen Macready, security at Lakemont Mall. We have I don't know what we have. There's a girl missing inside the mall, and I can see her, but she's not here.
Sir, can you repeat that? You can see her.
On the monitors, camera 23, food court fountain. She's right there, right there. But I'm standing at the fountain, and she's not here. I'm looking at the screen, and I'm looking at the fountain, and it's the same place, but she's only on the screen, and
Sir, I'm dispatching officers to your location. I need you to stay calm and stay on the line.
She's moving on the camera. She's walking toward the north entrance. I'm going after her. I'm at the north entrance. She's not here. But on the monitor, she's still walking. She's still walking. How is she still walking? The entrance is right there. It's 30 feet, but she's been walking for... Jesus Christ, how long has she been walking?
Police arrived at 10:31 p.m., 14 minutes later. They found Owen Macready at the security office, unresponsive, staring at the monitors. Camera 23 showed an empty fountain, no sign anyone had been there at all. The police brought in Dr. Diane Rothman, criminal psychologist, specialist in adolescent behavior.
What we're seeing here is textbook adolescent runaway behavior, complicated by collective suggestion. The mall environment, liminal, disorienting, particularly at closing time, creates perceptual confusion. Security personnel, under stress, misinterpret footage. Confirmation bias sets in. The girl left through a service exit. The cameras missed her somehow. She's likely in a nearby city by now. The spatial impossibilities being reported are cognitive artifacts, nothing more.
Dr. Rothman's assessment? Runaway, perceptual confusion, stress-induced misinterpretation. The official explanation: Ava left through a service exit. The cameras missed her somehow. Owen Macready, exhausted from a double shift, misread the footage. Case closed, unofficially. Except,
I walked the mall tonight, 11 p.m., with permission from Detective Merritt, retracing Ava Thorne's route from food court to north entrance. I brought a pedometer to document distance. According to the mall directory, the distance is 340 feet. Simple, straightforward. I walked it. My pedometer registered 890 feet. I thought the device was malfunctioning. I walked it again. 1,140 feet. I checked the device. It's functioning correctly. The batteries are new. I've tested it in other environments. It's accurate. So I don't... I'm filing my final report tomorrow. I'm recommending they close this case and move on. Whatever is happening here, it's outside my area of expertise. I'm not qualified to evaluate. I don't even know what to call this.
Dr. Rothman quietly removed herself from the case within 2 months, cited schedule conflicts, never returned to Dyer. They searched again, December 5th, 48 hours after the disappearance. This time, they measured. According to the mall blueprints, the distance from the food court to the north entrance is 340 feet. Officer Martinez walked it. His pedometer read 890 feet. He walked it again, 1,140 feet. Officer Chen, no relation to anyone involved, walked the same route, 620 feet. Same hallway, different measurements, every time. They brought in a surveyor, professional equipment, laser measurements, precise instruments. The surveyor's report was filed on December 7, 1998, and immediately classified. It concluded that Lakemont Mall does not conform to Euclidean spatial geometry. Russell Greer worked mall maintenance from 1987 to 1994. He'd been trying to warn people for years.
I'm telling you, it's the food court. It's always the food court. Look at these. Incident reports from 89, 91, 93. Customer reported disorientation near fountain. Security guard lost track of time during patrol. Child found crying. Claims parents disappeared for 3 hours, but parents say only 5 minutes. Nobody connects them because nobody wants to connect them. The building is wrong. The architect, Leonard Vasca, he knew what he was doing. He knew. You need to find him. He has answers. He designed this place specifically to...
Mr. Greer, we appreciate you coming in, but unless you have concrete information about Ava Thorne's current whereabouts...
She's there. She's in there. Just like the others. The building took her. And if you don't figure out why, it's going to happen again.
Greer was dismissed as a conspiracy theorist, but his documentation was meticulous. Customer reported disorientation near fountain, 1989. Security guard lost track of time during patrol, 91. Child found crying, claims parents disappeared for 3 hours, but parents say only 5 minutes, 93. All near the food court, all near the fountain. Greer believed the fountain was the center of something, a focal point. He also had a theory about the architect, Leonard Vasca, designed Lakemont Mall in 1982, MIT graduate, experimental architect. Published one paper in 1979, Non-Euclidean Applications in Commercial Architecture. It was rejected by every mainstream journal, published in an obscure European quarterly. 14 people cited it. All of them vanished from public record. Vasca disappeared in 1985, 2 years after Lakemont Mall opened. His last known address, a storage unit in Dyer. Contents discovered during police investigation in 99. Blueprints. Dozens of versions of the Lakemont design, each one different. Some showed 3 floors, the mall only has 2. Some showed corridors that don't exist, and some showed spaces that couldn't exist. Nora Shipley started working at Orange Julius 2 weeks before Ava disappeared. She was the only employee who immediately questioned the building itself.
I only worked there for 2 weeks, so maybe I'm wrong, but the mall felt wrong from day one. The food court echoed weird, like sounds would come from the wrong direction. Someone would drop something behind me and the sound would come from in front. And the fountain, nobody ever sat by the fountain. I asked my manager why, and she just said, nobody likes it. But she couldn't say why. I pushed, and she got angry and told me to drop it. The night Ava disappeared, I was closing up Orange Julius. It was 9:45. I saw her at the fountain. I remember because she was just sitting there, staring at the water, not moving. Like really not moving, like a statue. I thought maybe she was waiting for someone. When I looked again, maybe 30 seconds later, she was gone. But I heard footsteps, lots of them, like 10 people walking away all at once. But I didn't see anyone, not one person, just footsteps, echoing.
I've never been back. Not once. You couldn't pay me enough. You know what no one talks about? The smell. The mall smelled like ozone, like right before a lightning storm. That electric smell. All the time. Every single day I worked there, I'd come home with a headache. Static electricity would shock me constantly, even through rubber-soled shoes. Constant shocks. From everything. And the music they piped through the mall, sometimes it would play backwards, just for a few seconds, then normal again. I mentioned it to my manager. She looked at me like I was insane, but I know what I heard. That place was doing something to people, making them forget things, making them not notice things. The people who worked there long term, they were different, like they'd been worn down, accepted it. Ava Thorne noticed. I think that's why she's still there.
By January 99, the investigation had stalled. No leads, no evidence, no Ava. But Detective Merritt kept searching.
Official file says we searched the mall 4 times. Clean sweeps. Found nothing. My file? We searched it 12 times. 12! And every time, we found spaces we'd never seen before. Corridors that dead-ended into walls that weren't on the blueprints. Utility rooms with no doors. You'd just suddenly be in them. A stairwell going up when we were already on the top floor. We'd take photos, and when we'd compare them to previous searches, nothing matched.
The 4th search, February 99. Officer Mike Reeves turned a corner in the maintenance corridor. He stopped, wouldn't move forward, said the hallway was breathing.
They pulled him out. He was sheet white. Wouldn't talk about it. He transferred to another precinct 2 weeks later. I called to follow up a year later. The precinct said they never had an Officer Reeves. I checked. Mike Reeves doesn't exist in any police database anymore. Not in Indiana, not anywhere. His police academy records are gone. His badge number was never assigned according to official records. People who get too close to this, they disappear from records, not physically, but administratively, bureaucratically. Like reality itself is editing them out.
March 99. The mall directory was reprinted, updated store listings. Someone noticed the floor plan had changed. The food court was in a different position, 20 feet north of where it had been. The mall management claimed it was a printing error, but the physical structure had changed too. Stores that had been next to each other now had a service corridor between them, a service corridor that didn't exist on any blueprint. And inside that corridor, they found Ava's jacket, the jacket she was wearing the night she disappeared. In a corridor that hadn't existed during the previous searches. In a corridor that hadn't existed at all. Owen Macready hasn't spoken about that night in 26 years. He agreed to one interview for this file, off the record.
I've never told anyone this. Not the police, not the investigators, not my wife, not anyone. When I was chasing her, when I saw her on the monitors but couldn't find her physically, I ran. I ran through the whole mall. North entrance, south entrance, every corridor, every store. I ran for, 10 minutes, 20? Time felt wrong. I'd check my watch and it would say 5 minutes, but it felt like an hour. And then I realized I couldn't find the security office. I worked there. I'd worked there for 2 years. I knew where it was, could walk there blindfolded. but I couldn't find it. I'd turn a corner and I'd be back at the food court. I'd take the hallway I knew led to security, and I'd end up at a service door I'd never seen before. The exit signs were pointing in directions that didn't make sense. Some were upside down, some pointed at walls. And then I heard it. A voice. Her voice. Ava's voice. I didn't know her name yet, but I knew it was her. Heard it through one of the walls. She was saying, "Hello? Can anyone hear me? I'm here. I'm right here. Why can't you see me?" I pounded on the wall. I yelled back, "I can hear you. Where are you?" But there was no door, no vent, no gap, just solid wall. And her voice was coming from inside the wall, from within the concrete. And then, silence. When the police arrived, I was back at the security office. I don't remember how I got there. Don't remember walking back. One moment I'm in that corridor, next moment I'm sitting at my desk. And when I checked the monitors, camera 23 showed an empty fountain. No backpack, no girl. Like she was never there. But I have the tape. I kept the tape from that night. Camera 23, the original. I never turned it in. I told them the deck malfunctioned, tape was damaged. But I have it. It's in my garage, in a box. I haven't watched it since that night. But I can't destroy it. I quit 3 months later. Told everyone I was switching careers, but the truth is, I couldn't stay in that building. Because I knew Ava Thorne didn't leave. And I knew I couldn't help her. I still hear her sometimes, late at night, through the walls of my house, the walls of wherever I am. "I'm right here. Why can't you see me?" I failed her, and she's still there, asking for help. And no one can hear her but me.
In March 2003, 5 years after Ava disappeared, a mall maintenance worker was clearing out the food court Lost and Found. He found a Walkman, yellow Sony sports model. Inside, a tape labeled in handwriting. He pressed play.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? I'm still here. I've been here for I don't know how long. The clocks don't work right. They keep jumping. But I'm here. At the fountain. Why can't anyone see me? I can see them. The security guard keeps running past, but he doesn't see me. I'm right here! I'm waving. I'm yelling. He looks right at me and looks away. Like I'm not here. Jenna came back. I saw her. She was looking for me. Right there, 5 feet away. I touched her shoulder. She didn't feel it. She looked right through me. Mom, if you're listening to this somehow, I'm still here. I didn't run away. I didn't leave. I'm trying to get out, but the exits keep moving. Every time I walk toward one, it gets farther away, like walking on a treadmill. I can't get to the doors. The mall is... It's different now. There are hallways I don't remember, stores that weren't here before, and some of the stores that were here are gone. And I keep hearing footsteps, lots of footsteps, like hundreds of people walking, but I never see anyone, just footsteps. Getting closer. I'm scared. I don't know what this place is anymore. Please, I'm right here. Why can't you...
The recording was made at 11:43 p.m., December 3rd, 98. An hour and 26 minutes after the 911 call, an hour and 43 minutes after the mall closed. The Walkman was turned into police, authenticated, Ava's voice confirmed by her mother. The Lost and Found log showed the Walkman had been there since February 2003, 4 years and 2 months after Ava disappeared. Nobody knows how it got there.
Everyone thinks I know something I'm not saying. I've told this story 1,000 times. December 3rd, 1998, we went to the mall. She wanted Orange Julius. I went to Claire's. When I came back, she was gone. That's the story. That's what happened. But here's what I've never told anyone. When I came back to the fountain, I saw her. Just for a second. She was walking away toward the north entrance. I called her name. Ava! She didn't turn around, kept walking. I went after her, but when I got to the corridor, nothing. Just empty hallway. She'd been right there, 10 feet ahead of me. Nowhere to go, no doors, no turnoffs, just straight hallway. But she was gone. I thought I imagined it. For 26 years, I told myself I imagined it. Stress, fear, my mind playing tricks. But I didn't.
We reviewed the footage Jenna described. Camera 19, the North Corridor, 9:49 p.m. 3 frames, 1/10 of a second. Ava Thorne, walking toward the north entrance, and then she's gone. Not off camera, not around a corner, just erased.
In 2019, I did something stupid. Or brave. I still don't know which. I went inside. Broke into the condemned mall. I had to know. After 21 years, I had to see for myself. I brought a camcorder, battery-powered lights, and my meds, because I knew people would say I'm crazy. It was worse than I thought. The decay, the emptiness, but the space was wrong, same as it always was. Hallways that stretched too far, corners that bent incorrectly. I walked to the food court, and I saw her. Ava Thorne. 16 years old, same clothes, same yellow Walkman headphones, walking the same circle she'd walked 21 years earlier. I called out to her, "Ava! Ava Thorne!" She stopped. She looked at me, through me, her eyes empty, like looking at someone underwater, distorted. And then she just kept walking. Same loop, like I wasn't there, like nothing I said mattered. I tried to approach, get closer, but every step I took toward her, she seemed to get farther away. The fountain stayed the same distance, but she was unreachable. I left. I ran. First time I've run from anything in my life. But I couldn't stay there. Couldn't watch her walk that circle forever. She's still there, right now, walking, waiting, forever.
Lakemont Mall was condemned in 2004. City Council voted to demolish it, make it a parking lot, move on. Detective Merritt made sure that didn't happen.
I pulled every string I had, called in every favor, made up safety concerns, asbestos, structural issues, environmental hazards, anything to delay the demolition, because you don't demolish something when you don't know what it is. You contain it. You keep people away. That building, it's not a mall anymore. Maybe it never was. It's something else. Something that looks like a mall but isn't, and Ava Thorne is inside it. And we can't get her out because we don't understand what inside means there.
The fence is maintained. Patrols check it monthly. Anyone caught inside is arrested immediately. Not for their legal protection, for ours. Ava Thorne has been missing for 26 years, 3 months, and 17 days. Her case remains open, officially unsolved. Her mother, Patricia, passed away in 2021. She never moved, never remarried, never stopped waiting. She left instructions. If Ava ever comes home, there's a trust fund, a house key, a letter. The letter has never been opened. Owen Macready still has the tape, the security footage from December 3rd, '98. He's never watched it since that night. He's never destroyed it. He says both feel like betrayals. Dr. Diane Rothman retired from psychology in 2015. She never published her paper on environmental dissociation phenomenon. In her private notes, found after her retirement, she wrote, "Some places are wounds in reality. We walk past them every day, we shop in them, we live in them, and we never notice because noticing would mean accepting that the world is not what we thought it was." Ava Thorne noticed, and the world took her for it. Lakemont Mall still stands. The city has proposed demolition 17 times. It always falls through. Budget concerns, contractor issues, permitting problems. The building doesn't want to die, and every 7 years, 1984, 91, 98, 2005, 2012, 2019, something happens. Someone sees her, someone hears her, someone finds evidence that shouldn't exist. The next interval is 2026, 2 years from now. If you're ever in Dyer, Indiana, you can see it from the highway, exit 47, north side of town, behind the chain-link fence. Lakemont Mall, still standing, still waiting. Don't go inside. Don't even get close, because Ava Thorne is still in there, walking the same loop, waiting for someone to see her. She's still here.